Here's Sandra Gonzalez for some breaking news. Shocking news, the well-known character the Big Bad Wolf has been brought in court today for some accusations of eating the Red Riding Hood. The community of fairy tale is in shock, and this story has brought international attention. We now go to our puppy Harlow, Mandy Stones. Mandy, you have been covering the trial. What is happening right now? What are exactly the accusations against Mr. Wolf? Sandra, as you say, it's a horrible story. Mr. Wolf is now being accused for eating the Red Riding Hood. The incident happened earlier this week. The girl was walking the woods of Mr. Wolf. At a moment that he was really hungry, he just couldn't resist. He thought it was food and he just gulped down the girl. Very serious accusations against Mr. Wolf. He actually is really well known by the fairy community. Everyone knows, everyone says he's a really nice wolf, lovely wolf, same family as the best friend of human. What is happening now, what he's having such trouble with justice, and what is actually his defense. It is a really emotional moment right now at court. He tries to make his apologies to the family, but he just breaks down in front of the jury. I cite him. I'm truly sorry for what I did. I never intended to hurt anyone. The lawyer is now trying to prove that Mr. Wolf never really intended to eat the girl, that it was his instinct because he was hungry. It's understandable, and I imagine that the basket of Red Hood didn't help. A nutrition expert actually analyzed the situation and explained that wolf actually cannot contain themselves for eating. At a certain moment of time, it's difficult to control, and even more where butter cookies and hot chocolate are involved. Thanks, Mandy. What a shocking news. We now go on introducing our legal contributor, Sandy Collins. Sandy, what is actually happening now for Mr. Wolf? He's a star, well known, and now he sees his reputation being devastated on the media. Sandra, as you say, it's horrible. For now, the only escape for Mr. Wolf to get away with this case is to prove that his natural instincts force him to act. Some experts are now evaluating the color of the hood that was wearing the Red Riding Hood, and surprisingly, it's clearly the same match as some fast foods as McDonald's and Wendy's. This may have played some impact on Mr. Wolf's appetite. Exactly, also to mention, the defense is now asking some explanations to the parents of Red Riding Hood to know what was she doing at the woods at that time. Because it was a school day and it was noon, so what was she doing alone at this area instead of getting some decent education? This adding to the fact that they discovered some unusual substances for a lady of her age in the basket, like an important amount of coffee. Wow, what a shocking story. It's all the time we have for now. We know we have a lot of questions left behind, but we will come back tomorrow with the verdict. Thank you, Sandy. We'll now go with Paul Simons. Paul is a specialist in childcare, and he will teach us how to use the safety cage on a modern and ecological way to take care of your daughters.